Hey, you guys, we're back. I'm Jill Lewis. I'm a certified faster way to fat loss coach and a personal trainer. And this is Rob Landis, and he is the owner of Good Life Nutrition in Marion, Illinois, and all around health and fitness guru. This guy, I don't know what's happening in his brain, but he clearly has all the right, vitamins and minerals going, because there's an incredible wealth of knowledge up here. So that's why I'm constantly coming back, bugging him, going, hey, can you talk to us about this? So today I want to talk to Rob also about seasonal allergies, because we're coming up on this time where, I don't know about you guys, but in my household, we all start feeling the crud. And what's the deal? Is it like just Southern Illinois? Or am I crazy? Or is it really bad here? Or is it everywhere?
You're not crazy, Jill.
Okay.
And this is time I wish I had the prop where I could get out my handkerchief, but thankfully I don't have to carry one. So Jill, we are in the Ohio River Valley.
Yes.
So high humidity, rivers on either side, and we're kind of in a valley, and thus the Ohio River Valley. It's the perfect setup for high pollen plants to grow. And did you know that Louisville, Kentucky was rated #1 worst city for allergies?
I had no idea. Oh my God.
Again,
I had no idea. That's crazy.
They're right there on the river in the Ohio River Valley. And so the pollen producing plants, and it doesn't move out of this area as well. And so that's why we have so many of them.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. Well, so, I mean, allergies, I don't know how many percentage of my people out here watching this, but I bet a lot of you or family members suffer from seasonal allergies. And if you do, it's terrible. And I am not bad about taking medicine. I don't like putting medicine in my body, because I always know that I don't know. I'm just not that kind of person. I try to avoid
side effects to a lot of
there's side effects to
there?
everything. And I try to just avoid doing that if I can. So what can we do of a more like natural way to kind of help us with allergies?
So the first thing, and I should have got one out, many of you are familiar with neti pots.
I love those. Yeah.
Those are great tools to help reduce your response to allergies. Why? Because it's clearing some of the allergies that you get exposed to. There are products like the X-Clear that you can spray in there. This has some xylitol and then saline solution in it, and grapeseed extract that are antimicrobial as well.
Xylitol is?
That's that calorie-free sweetener that a lot of people use.
Yes.
But it decreases the bacterial load. Let's just put it like that. That's why they put it. Not because it tastes good. They're not going to spurt in your mouth. It goes in your mouth.
A spray like that or using a neti pot is just kind of keeping the pathway clear.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, because if the allergens can't settle in there and create the allergy response, then you're going to have less symptoms.
Right.
Yep.
It's kind of like how my husband gets terrible seasonal allergies. And so when it's that time of the year, he always takes a shower before he goes to bed. It's kind of like he's clearing it out on the outside, and this is kind of like clearing it out on the inside. So he's not sleeping with all that pollen. I guess he's been working out in the yard or something.
Yep. Okay, so that's the first thing as far as hygiene. Okay. And then the next, this is quercetin with bromelain. So quercetin, a lot of people know about this because it got popular during the COVID, because it was a zinc ionophore. It just helps zinc get into the cell and decrease the viral replication.
Okay.
What we've used it for traditionally for dozens of years, or actually for probably millennia, is it's a natural antihistamine. So think Zyrtec.
Yes.
Right.
So this is like your natural Zyrtec.
That's right. And so we have lots of people that take it for that. And then the bromelain, that's the enzyme that's rich in pineapple.
Yeah.
It's a proteolytic, meaning it breaks down protein. Well, why is that in there? It thins the mucus.
Oh, well, you know what? That makes sense, because I think I've read where pineapple is a really good one if you're congested and things like that. Pineapple is a really good food to eat.
Yeah.
So it's because it has the bromelain.
That's right. And it's a natural proteolytic enzyme. So when you're eating a steak, that's why sometimes they'll put, or chicken kebab. Kebab.
They'll put
kebab came from.
Pineapple on
but those are natural proteolytics, and it's also, pineapples, just as an aside, are also good if you have bruising. They'll help resolve the bruise a little bit quicker, because the bromelain will go in and digest that blood that's spilt into the area. Yeah.
Very cool. Okay. What else do you have out here?
Okay, so for symptoms.
I love it when we have props, by the way. I like the props.
This is fun. So a lot of people will use either mullein, which is also called lamb's ear. It grows very readily in Southern Illinois.
Okay. I've heard of lamb's ear.
So it's a decongestant. Helps to thin the mucus.
Okay.
And then this I have is stinging nettle. And if you've been out,
nettle, N-E-T-T.
stinging nettle.
Stinging nettle.
Stinging nettle.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how it would talk if it had a voice.
Yeah, it would. And what, it's a dropper that you
this is, you can get it in a capsule
orally.
too.
Okay.
But nettle is specific to the sinuses. So think stinging sinus.
Okay.
Or nasal nettle. I mean,
Got it.
it really helps with either sinus infection or inflammation. So the Mullein was more for the congestion. This is more if you're irritated, having sinus headaches and all.
Yeah.
And it works really well. And this is a local product. It's grown in Anna, bottled in Carbondale.
No way.
Yeah, local. Come on, girl.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that a lot. All right. Okay. And then this is another favorite.
Yeah. So a lot of people know this now. Local honey, and it needs to be fairly local. I mean, it doesn't have to be right in your backyard. This is out of Pittsburgh, Illinois, which is only about 6 miles from us.
Mm-hmm.
But local honey has minute amounts of the allergens in it, and it seems to help your body respond less vigorously to when you do get exposed to those things. Yes.
Okay.
And so a lot of people will use this year round, a teaspoon or so. It doesn't take a lot, and it's really good medicine to take. Obviously.
So just going to the grocery and buying like a national brand of honey is not necessarily going to help you with your local seasonal allergies.
Right.
You need to get a local honey if
That's
you're
right.
wanting that kind of benefit from it.
And the other thing, I'm glad you said that, Jill, because the other thing is the national honeys are also going to be pasteurized.
Ah.
You want raw honey.
Okay. Tell them what that.
So this has never been above 108 degrees.
Okay.
And it's only been filtered to get the big gritty stuff out. So that means it has all the enzymes that are still active. The protein hasn't been denatured. It will, now the only drawback, it will crystallize a little bit more quickly.
Yes.
But that doesn't make your honey bad.
No.
That does not mean your honey's bad. You can just put that in warm water and let it sit at 100 degrees for, an hour or two, and it'll liquefy
again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good to know.
But that's why you want local, though. You want local and raw. You want the local pollens, and you want it raw, so it's not been processed.
Processed.
Yeah.
Okay. Like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so we've got the keep everything cleared out way, neti pot, and you sell neti pots here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay,
Yeah.
sells neti pots here. Then
I
we've
can
got
even demonstrate for you. That would be a really good video.
The first time I had my kids, if you guys don't know what a neti pot is, you need to Google it. But we use them a lot in my house. And the first time though, I convinced my kids to do it. They thought I'd lost my mind. I think my boys were in like junior high. It's so funny. But anyway, and then we have the natural
Antihistamine.
Antihistamine. So kind of your natural Zyrtec. This would be for
Treatment of symptoms in the sinuses.
sinus cavities, if you've got like sinus pressure, sinus headaches.
Yes.
That's what we're thinking. And this is an oral like dropper that you take. And then we've got the local honey.
That's right.
Okay. Is there anything? What about we talked a little bit about pineapple, but what about diet?
I'm glad you asked that. Don't forget that some people are sensitive to gluten in wheat products and the lactose in milk. That can thicken mucus. In a lot of kids that have frequent sinus or ear infections, sometimes that can be one of the precursors. So I'm not saying that they're intolerant of it, but they could be sensitive to it and it could thicken mucus. It does that in regular people that digest it well anyway.
Right.
Especially.
I think that's a big thing to think about too. I mean, there's allergies and there's sensitivities out there.
Right.
And so I know in my family, we have a lot of food sensitivities, but dairy was one of them that was really affecting one of my kids. Was getting a lot of sinus infections and ear infections and a lot of stuff with his throat and just all kinds of things. And so once he got off of dairy, that really helped a lot. So if you do have a kid or yourself, if you're struggling with that, try that elimination first. I mean, you just cannot go wrong with a food elimination diet plan try it for like 4 weeks and see, so just take that one thing away.
And the milk will be even quicker than that in my experience.
Oh, yeah,
with people
I think so
who are sensitive to it, when they back off. It could
just be 10 or 15, 14 days, something like that. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Rob. This was great. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Rob, tell us again where your store is located.
Sure. We're at 1303 Enterprise Way. We're in the same strip mall as Just One More, which local people know that's a local bar. They're down there kind of put some toxins in liver and we're taking them out. And right across from Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yep. Awesome. Okay. Thanks so much, Rob.
Thank you, Jill.
See ya.